What challenges do bilingual students face in monolingual schools? Imagine trying to learn a new game without knowing all the rules or having the right equipment. That's similar to what bilingual students experience in schools that focus on only one language. When children grow up speaking two languages, their language skills develop differently from children who only speak one. They often reach communication milestones at different times, which can sometimes cause confusion for teachers and speech-language pathologists. One big challenge is how their language abilities are assessed. Standard tests are usually made for children who speak only one language. When bilingual children are tested, they might score lower in vocabulary or grammar in each language. But if you combine their skills in both languages, they might actually be doing just fine or even better than their monolingual peers. Without proper assessment tools that consider both languages, their true abilities can be misunderstood. Another issue is how they transfer sounds, words, and grammar from one language to the other. For example, a child might say a sentence that mixes rules from both languages. This is normal for bilingual development but can look like errors in a monolingual setting. Teachers might think the child has a speech problem when they are actually just using typical bilingual patterns. Bilingual students also often get less practice in the school's primary language. If a child speaks one language at home and another at school, they might not hear or use the school language enough to develop strong reading and writing skills. This can slow down their progress in phonological awareness, which helps with recognizing sounds and in understanding how words and sentences are built. There's also a risk of losing their first language if the school emphasizes only the second language. When children stop using their first language, it can affect their overall language skills and cultural identity. Losing their first language can make it harder to learn the second language because skills in the first support learning in the second. Social and cultural barriers are common too. Bilingual students might feel left out or misunderstood because they speak differently or have different cultural backgrounds. Schools that lack resources for bilingual students might not provide enough support, making it harder for these children to communicate and participate fully. A shortage of qualified speech-language pathologists who understand bilingual development is another challenge. Without specialists who speak both languages, it can be difficult to accurately assess and treat speech or language issues. This can delay help or make interventions less effective. To support bilingual children, speech pathologists need to evaluate both languages, use culturally appropriate materials, and work closely with families. Encouraging children to communicate in both languages and understanding typical bilingual milestones can help prevent misdiagnosis. Recognizing these challenges allows schools and professionals to better support bilingual students, communication growth, and confidence.